Today we're going to talk about some of the features of the Eavesdrop tee that you might have questions about as you're working on it. One of the questions that several people have asked me is just about the neckline. And this neckline that I didn't add anything to it after I finished. This is just what it looked like when I did the cast on stitches at the neckline edge. And the way that I made it fairly uniform like this is that when I cast on those stitches at the neckline edge on either side, I made sure to work them really tightly, and I kind of protected them so that the stitches didn't get pulled. So as you go through and you do the cast them on tight, keep them tight, maintain that so that when you go back and you work them on the wrong side, that you're still being a little bit gentle with those cast on stitches until they've got a couple of rows under them, and then they'll be a little bit more stable. But that kind of keeps that consistent edge so that you don't get those really noticeable jogs. And if you do get noticeable jogs, it's really quite simple to take a crochet hook and some extra yarn that you have left over and go through and do a slip stitch edge to really clean up any kind of weird jogs that you might end up with. The other question that people have is about doing this seam. Don't overthink it. It doesn't have to be, sorry about my little ray of sunshine here coming through the window. It doesn't have to be really a fussy experience, because there is a little bit of a rusticness to this, and you want that seam to really be noticeable because it is sort of part of that overall design element. So as you do your seam, what I do, because we slipped the first stitches of the row, I like to take the crochet hook and go through one leg. If your stitches are really loose, you can go through both legs of the stitch when you do this. So play with it and see what works for you. But go through one leg of either stitch, and then just, maybe, if I can get it on here while I'm trying to show you from this strange angle, then pull it through, and then keep that stitch on your hook, and then go down to the next one and grab one leg of either stitch, and then pull it through, and then pull through that first stitch. And then we're going to continue that all the way down. It's kind of a hard thing to show from this angle. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera here. Pull it through. And you'll do that all the way to the bottom, and that will just seal it up pretty nicely. You can try a mattress stitch. You can even just use a darning needle and yarn and then whip stitch it, whatever works for you, because remember, this is sort of a rustic look. And also this V-neck, to maintain that V-neck, using those slip stitches to work with will actually help create that V.